Hello, gentle viewers. This is Indian, welcoming you to Out of the Park Baseball 20 and the off-season of big decisions. We have one gigantic decision, and then a few other decisions which are merely quite large. To start with, Oscar Gamble. Oscar Gamble has been otherworldly for us the last two seasons after a first season which was maybe a bit disappointing. But he had an early opt-out in his contract, which he quite intelligently took. Now, it's really hard for me to argue that we would be better off if we didn't bring Gamble back. What does he want? He wants a pretty big raise. You know what we're going to do? We're going to try something that I don't think he's going to take, but he might. Why am I going for this particular contract? First of all, he gets his raise. But we control when he leaves the team in a way that we wouldn't with the other contract. I don't think he'll take this. I think he's going to reject it, but we're going to give it a try and see what he thinks. No. And that's fine. For me, it's not about the money per year. It's about I don't want to commit to him. I don't want to commit to him if he flames out. Which the real Oscar Gamble did. And he's starting to get pissed off with me. This could be really bad. But, alright, let's think about two things. First of all, we're just trying to win one World Series. And having Oscar Gamble improves our chances of winning the World Series. Number two, baseball payrolls are going to keep going up. And $1 million isn't going to be the big deal it looks like now. So I'm going to go ahead and give him this offer. We're going to bring Oscar Gamble back if we can manage it. Wayne Gross. You know what, mate? You wanted a longer-term contract last year and I turned you down. How about a nice 3-year deal to buy out the rest of your arbitration years? Good. Tom, thank you for your service. You gone. If Dick Allen wants to come back at a pay cut, I'd bring him back. Nope, he doesn't like Frank Austin. Well, that's okay. He doesn't like you either. Now, Ted Sizemore. This is a bit more of an interesting decision because he's been consistent for us. But we could also probably do better. And I think I want to see what's on the free agent market before we decide if we're going to sign him or not. I think that's reasonable. Same for Ken McMullen. Although, yeah, like I could maybe bring him back if he wanted less than $100,000. Nope, he wants to get paid, and I'm not willing to give him that much money. Okay. The Gamble decision really worries me, though. It really, truly does. It really makes me think we might suffer. Because right now we're paying for his peak performance. And Oscar Gamble at $1 million is a steal at peak performance. The moment that performance starts to slip, though, we start getting it in the butt. And not in, the way you might want it in the butt. But that's alright. Wayne Gross came back. Fans are pretty pumped about that. The thing is, if we're going to compete for the World Series, I can't afford not to re-sign Oscar Gamble. It's as simple as that. Boom. Oscar Gamble is back. Now, the real Oscar Gamble was actually quite good. We're actually better than the real Oscar Gamble, though. We're quite a bit better, actually. Like, this is a borderline Hall of Fame career. The real Oscar Gamble's career was not. And it wasn't particularly close, either. He flamed out. He used to play for the Indians for a brief period. And he had a couple of really good years with the Indians. And then he just couldn't stay healthy. Which is what happens to a lot of great players. Our Oscar Gamble's got a shot at the Hall of Fame, though. Which is pretty cool. Pretty cool. I would love to upgrade at second base, third base, and left field. Did we win any awards this year? We won 0 awards? Oh, no. Yeah, we won 0 awards. That's some bullshit, you guys. That's some real bullshit. Free agents file. There's Bucky Dent, and there's Bill Madlock, and there's Rennie Stinnett. There are players out there. And that, my friends, is undisputed. Oh, it's okay. Please don't sue me, WWE. Let's talk free agency. All right. Right off the bat. Damn, whoever signed Rick Russell only did it for 1 year? Well, they got what they wanted. I'm not paying $900,000 for 34-year-old Tom Seaver. That's just not happening. Okay. Bill Madlock is a magical hitter who can't play third base anymore. A nice upgraded DH, but not what I'm looking for. Rennie Stinnett would be a nice addition to this team, though. Another contact guy to help us get on base and help Gross and Fisk drive him in. I will talk to Rennie Stinnett. Wants a bunch of money. To be frank, I don't really care. Ken Griffey Sr. Not an upgrade at left field. Just not. This is a damn good year to want a catcher, though. Like, shit. Bucky Dent? Nah. Chris Spire is just as good, if not better. Jim Dwyer? Nope. Bill Parsons? Maybe. Jim Fregosi? Nope. Wayne Garrett? Nope. So here's my question. Bill Madlock would be an impact bat. Did he play third base last year? How bad was he? He was acceptable. Fuck it. Let's make the offer. Boom. And I would like to improve our pitching staff too, but I'm going to wait a little bit first to see how much money these guys end up costing us. Ooh, Scipio Spinks. Doesn't have great control, but I think he'd be a nice little bullpen guy. Poor Marv. Craig Lazinski. Nah, if we get... Nah. Let's see what we get, though. Draft pool announcement. Because we can't count on the draft to give us the players we were used to getting anymore. That is just not a thing that's going to happen, unfortunately. So, I mean, I can look at this and I can drool over the idea of adding Joe Charbonneau or Fernando Valenzuela or Tim Wallach or Ken Phelps, for that matter. But we're not going to get any of them. So, I mean, we have to accept that free agency is going to be our way to go. That's how we're going to keep improving the team. Really? St. Louis, go to hell. That is my response to you. I've got an owner with a big checkbook who's not afraid to use it. I'm going to Yankees the shit out of you if I can pull it off. Boom. Rennie Stinnett. Done. I have a much better second baseman. Even though I lost Ted Sizemore, I think we're not going to miss a beat with Rennie Stinnett manning the Keystone. It's not like our pitching staff is bad. I just think we could use a bit more, like just a 1-year guy to give us a bit more heat to the staff would be quite nice. Especially someone I could get for a bargain. Hall of Famers. Hank Aaron, definitely. Even if our Hank Aaron didn't hit nearly as many home runs as the real one, the dude's still a Hall of Famer. And I think that goes without saying. Always got a soft spot for a great third baseman. Ken Boyer, I'm going to vote for you. Norm Cash I won't vote for this year, but I'd think about it. Yeah, I could vote for Roberto Clemente. I always vote for Bob Friend. And anyone else here? Not really. Camilo Pascual, maybe. And Brooks Robinson. The Hall of Fame needs all the third basemen it can get, especially elite ones like Ken Boyer and Brooks Robinson. Nope. I'm not wasting my time with you because I'm about to upgrade in a big way. Really? St. Louis, stop. You cannot have Bill Madlock. I will literally bid a lot of money for him. I had something more clever to say, and then I didn't end up saying it. Really, St. Louis? Quit being a jerk. Seriously. I am not letting anyone but me have Bill Madlock. Just stop. Stop trying to sign him. He is my player, St. Louis. Mine. Sound like Greg Lazinski or something. The fans don't like losing Dick Allen, but the players are kind of happy about it. Although I do think Dick Allen gets an unfair... yes, got him. I do think Dick Allen gets a bit of an unfair rap because I think he was a much better player and a much better person than people give him credit for. I mean, Dick Allen could be an asshole, but he was also a black player playing in a city like Philadelphia, which wasn't the nicest city for a black player to play in. Who else did he play for? We just had a nightmare of a time. Who else did you play for? I was reading a book about him recently, and especially in the minors, people were just assholes to him. And if I were in a situation, I probably would have been a bit of a dick too. Prefer to be called Richie, by the way. You know what? Can I edit him? I have to turn on commissioner mode. That's fine. He did prefer the name Richie. People called him Dick because it irritated him. Which is kind of a dick move. I have no regrets. Not even one. Auto pick. What do we got left? We got a bunch of relievers and Dave Stapleton. First of all, are any of these relievers in fact not actually relievers? Ooh, Lee Smith. I'm looking to see if one of them might have some sort of secret ability. I mean, I don't really need Dave Stapleton. I've already got a perfectly fine first baseman. I think this is the year we go for pitching. Okay, starting with Luis Leal. Good stamina, decent heat, not great stuff. Ed Lynch. Good movement and good control. Big dude. Low velocity for now. Marty Bystrom. Same kind of scenario. Dave LaPointe. Same kind of scenario. Here's the thing. If Ed Lynch puts another couple miles an hour on his fastball and works on the rest of his pitches, he could low-key be a number 3 starter, or even better. This is a risk in that he doesn't help us right now. But it's not a risk in the sense that we're not going to get players of high talent level unless we're prepared to make some sacrifices. I'm going to pick Ed Lynch. All right. How bad are we off when it comes to relievers now? Are we just totally nuked, or are we still mostly pretty solid? There's a ton of talent. Holy shit, did Steve Trout. What the hell? Like, all of a sudden his potential's up to 68? I mean, I know it's because he's a reliever, but damn. I would like to take one more pitcher, if I might. This is going to be the draft we finally focus on starting pitching. But I also do want a young shortstop. And Jerry Dybsinski seems like he would be a great choice. And that is actually a higher area of need. So I'm going to go ahead and draft Jerry Dybsinski as my second round pick. And now we're actually already out of starting pitchers, aren't we? If I switch to starting pitchers, is there literally anyone of any talent? Nope. Ah, well. Jose Moreno could be a good utility guy at some point. We'll take him. Ricky Seilheimer. As backup catchers go, he wouldn't be the worst, but I don't think I'm willing to spend a whole bunch of money on him. It's Brad Mills, who was a coach for the Indians for a long time. I can take him. I've got so much money burning a hole in my pocket that I'm willing to pay a bit more for him. Joe Patini can't really play shortstop. And he's not going to hit well enough to make that not an issue. Don McCormick, sure. If I draft all the catchers, they can't leave me. Right. We have superficially made some pretty big improvements to the team. Oh, wow. What happened to Bill Madlock's contact? Wasn't it like a 90 just a little bit ago? Oh, that was OSA lying to me. Damn it, OSA. At least the rest of his story still seems to check out. Oh, dear. Oh, dear. Look at his contact. It's starting to bottom out. Oh, dear. That's okay. It's fine. Everything is fine. It's just fine. It's just fine. Yep. You know what? I don't even want a good offense. That's passe. All the cool kids. Wehrmeister, enjoy the 40-man roster. I'm not prepared to surrender you just yet. I don't care about anyone else, though. Oh, damn. Look who's got a bit of a contact streak to him. Benedict's time as backup catcher has come. Damn. I approve. Sometimes you pick a project and it doesn't work out, and other times... Look at this. OSA was lying to me again, trying to trick me. That's a bad OSA. Don't do that. Uh, Bruce Benedict, welcome to the major leagues. You have been promoted. Do good. Do real good. We're still a bit short on power. We have Gross Fisk and Gamble. But if any of them has a subpar season, we're going to suffer a bit. Which is fine. Hello, Rule 5 draft. Anyone interesting? They're both catchers, and they're both gone. Nope. That's fine. Oh gosh. I didn't offer any of my players contracts yet. That could have been bad. Come join the team. I'm going to manually control Lynch's development. I mean, I'm manually controlling everyone's development right now, technically. But I think that's something that we have to do. Because Lynch's ceiling is higher than... I think his ceiling is higher than our scout thinks it is. OSA is not impressed either. This is based on A, my scout, and B, the fact I think he's going to put on muscle. And I think he's going to be a great power pitcher, too. I'll negotiate with Don McCormick. Why not? Ricky Selheimer. I want $220,000. How about $300,000? I don't know why I've decided that he's Arnold Schwarzenegger, but that's apparently what I've decided. Boop. And Ricky took the deal. Excellent. You will start in rookie ball. I'm not going to push you hard. Hank Aaron made it. Poor Nellie Fox. Where's Brooks Robinson? Oh, there he is. 43%. We could easily see both of them go into the Hall of Fame, so I'm not too upset about them not making it this year. Preseason, please. I'm sorry the fans are sad about Ted Sizemore, but I think we cut bait from him at the right time. And he did get a lot of money. So I think we made the right call there. Ed Lynch. You're already 23. I'm going to have you pitch in short season ball. Jose Moreno. You can probably handle A. Please make sure that we are monitoring Ed Lynch's development. Jerry Dibzinski, you can go into AA. Don McCormick, short season. He's increased my budget. Okay. Because he's increased my budget, we're going to check out the free agent pool. So what do we want to upgrade? Rotation, I think. And I think maybe we try to move on from Mike Caldwell. Caldwell was great at his peak, but I think he's basically done. Will anyone offer me anything from Mike Caldwell? At all. Damn. I can get a really great reliever for him? Like, without hesitation, done. Fans are kind of down about losing Mike Caldwell, but that's all right. So first of all, Dan O'Brien goes to the main roster without hesitation. That was a really good trade. Second, who's going to get the last starting spot? It could be Redfern's not great. I think he's best as a reliever. OSA thinks more highly of him than we do. So we really actually have two rotation slots. Let's crack open the bank vault and see if we can't bring in a couple new starters. Fritz Peterson. You know what? Sure. Come join us. Oh God, I made a horrible mistake. I was not paying attention to the pitching market. Larry Dierker, sure. Come on board. Because I do want to give Steve Trout a shot, but I also want to make sure that we've got some kind of something in the back, in our back pocket if we need it. Jim Dwyer would be a pretty tasty addition to the offense, but I also don't know where he'd play. Because I wouldn't bench Poole for him. I just wouldn't. We can try it. So then we would DH you, which then leaves Gary Matthews without a spot to play in. I mean, when he's played, he's actually proven he can do some damage. You know what? Let's get Jim. Oh damn it! I fucked up. I did it again. I'm also getting hungry. When my blood sugar drops, I make dumb decisions. At least that's my argument. We got Larry Dierker. That'll be nice. Oh, really? This is the only kind of deal you want? Done. Yeah, I will happily give you that. And I'll just give you a chance to win a job in spring training. What is your deal, dude? I honestly should have been more aggressive earlier in the season with pitchers. I didn't think about that. The next 1 year. You go right to the active roster. Has Jim Dwyer accepted his invitation to play for me? He's thinking about it. That's all I guess I can ask for right now. Alright, step 1. What the hell are you doing? What is this? Oh. What happened to all my minor league players? I must have just lost them. I guess it happens. Yeah, I was trying to figure out why this wouldn't scroll up and down. And the rest, oh, it's because half my players are gone. Dierker, you're getting a spring training invite. Yeah, if you think you can handle full season A. Think you can handle double A? I'm not going to promote you guys to triple A, but I will give you a chance in double A. Oh, right, because everyone gets promoted. Right. Yeah. I'm on board now. I know what's happening. I understand things. Excuse me. Wow, we don't think Moreno can handle Major League Ball. Fine. Figure it out. Okay. I don't really think there's anyone else here I want to give a spring training tryout to. One, two, three, four, five, six, seven. That's reasonable. You know what? I'm just going to go ahead and waive Frank LaCourte now. Can I trade him, actually? What could I get for Frank LaCourte? I'm getting a surprising number of offers, actually. I could get the Rorik Harrison. Stan Thomas wouldn't be a bad upgrade to the team. Oh, you regret signing Von Joshua and want to get rid of him. That's adorable. Yeah, I mean, there's some players in here. There are definitely some players here. I could bring in good old Scipio Spinks, who I was thinking about doing in the offseason. I just don't think he's worth that much money. Let's take Stan Thomas. It's a pretty substantial upgrade to the roster, and we're not actually spending much on it. I think Thomas actually has to go right to the Major League roster, which he did. Anyone else who's out of options that we might want to get rid of? Not really. This is... Oh, God. Gary Matthews is just the worst now. Yeah, if Gary Matthews can't hit, he's not worth keeping around. Oh, what could I get for him? Because I will flat out keep Ayala on the roster and the new outfielder that I offer the minor league deal to rather than Gary Matthews. Damn it, I actually wanted to focus on prospects, actually. Because there's not much I can do to upgrade the Major League roster right now. Let's start with just the prospects. I'd love a really great outfield prospect, actually. And it's literally all pitchers. And Barry Evans. Evans isn't terrible, actually. But I mean, I could get a legitimately great reliever, and that's why I'm having a hard time going after, like, a mediocre hitter. Because you can never really have too many bullpen arms. So yeah, let's go ahead and trade for a relief prospect. And see if I can get you to throw in someone else. What about like a Tim... Oh, you just drafted him. Never mind. Yeah, you wouldn't give me Larry Wisington even if I asked for him. That's fine. Do you have anyone else on your roster who might fit in as a quality player to add to my roster? Like, I mean, obviously, who wouldn't want Paul Molitor? But you're not going to give me Paul Molitor. Like, you would be borderline retarded if you gave me Paul Molitor. We'll try it, but I guarantee you there's no way this deal works out. So yeah, I'm just not going to waste my time or their time. Al Woods, on the other hand, might be within the realm of possibility. Worst offer in his career. Nah, he wanted me to throw in something fairly good to make that happen. Kevin Bell. Tim Flannery's not very good. Like a Bob Spence wouldn't be a bad bat, but the problem is he doesn't have any options left. So unless I kept him on the roster, I'd lose him. There's really nothing here it's worth bothering about. I'm just going to make this deal because I want to get rid of Gary Matthews' salary and just free up a roster spot. The thing is, I can't... So remember, the thing to ask us about every single player we acquire, does this person improve our chances of winning the World Series? Gary Matthews doesn't do that anymore. Maybe later on he will. But right now he doesn't do that. You really do not want to play Ayala. Did, like, Ayala run over your dog or something? I mean, to be frank, he's got a very limited skill set. I'm not hugely shocked that you don't want to play him, but... Alright, guys. And we could also get that one outfielder that I offered the contract to. I'm not even going to predict anything this season, because most of my predictions last year turned out to be wrong. I do think we're going to see a bit of a setback for Oscar Gamble, though, which is what concerns me the most. How long is Bert Hoot now for? Not very long. Not very many big changes here. Huh. Ricky Selheimer got quite a bit better. Nice. Lynch not so much, but that's pretty cool. Right. Where is Dwyer? Hi, Dwyer. Come to the spring training roster, please. And we're going to sim one more week. Which should get us right before opening day. And then we can make our roster decisions. Because we have 34 players. And 20 of them are pitchers. Redfern, go to the minors. Please. Work on everything. And come back when you suck less. Court, back to the minors with you. Acquisto, back to the minors with you. Todd minors, Waremeister minors. Sarmiento minors. What do we do with Dierker? I really want to give Trout a chance to start. I really, truly do. And I don't think he'll get that opportunity if Dierker's on the roster. So I'm going to send him to the minors, actually. And I'm going to let him sit there and have him ready in case we need him. We're now down to 13 pitchers. I still need to get rid of one more. Geisel? Got to get rid of one position player. Can Dwyer play center field even a little bit? He cannot. Poole can manage in an emergency situation. And Wallace is kind of a shitty center fielder. You know what? Let's flip him and try to get a prospect out of him. Because, I mean, he's a center fielder that can't play center field, which means he has virtually no value to us. There's good old Dickie Knowles. He's a pretty good pitcher. Bill Cowdill? Oh, goodness. Oh, all you got to do is work on your control, brother. There's not really much in the way of outfielders available here, and I didn't expect there to be. You know what? I'm in love with Bill Cowdill as a prospect. I love me a live arm. Come join us. Done. Okay. Right. So, Dwyer, you're going to make the team. I do have another outfielder I could add, actually. Can Ayala handle center? Like, at all? No. No, he cannot. What do we got left in the free agent market? I should check opening day. You know what? That's what I'm going to do. I'm going to go to opening day. I'm going to check the waiver wire. This is brilliant, right? This is absolutely brilliant. We check the waiver wire. We grab a player that someone else wants to get rid of. And life looks good. You want me to win the World Series this year? I want me to win the World Series this year. It is known. Right. Let's check out that thick waiver wire. And let's please narrow it down to outfielders. Terry Whitfield. Cannot play center field. Cannot play center. Cannot play center. Don Hahn at least doesn't embarrass himself. That's interesting. We're gonna have like a really great center fielder though, if we can find one. Bob Gallagher. Excellent. A player who only plays center field well and does nothing else. Ooh. I will actually try to claim you if I can. Like, I know he's not very good, but we need him to fill a very specific role. That's what we're trying for. For now, though, let's make sure we don't have anyone that needs to be added to the 40-man. I don't think we do. Nope. Okay. So we take a look at our team screen. Dwyer plays DH, which is reasonable. It's kind of what I got him for. Poole, Fisk, Gamble, Gross, Madlock. Stennett, Maddox, Spire. Then Richard, Kane, Hootson, Peterson, and Trout. Hume is the closer, and then the rest of the relievers doing reliever things. I dig it. I acquired Jorge Roque. Excellent. Are there any outfielders that just offer too little value? Ayala. He's really only a pinch hitter at this point in his career. I'd actually like to consider trading him at some stage in his career. Especially if I can get something good for him. Let's actually put Ayala on the block. And I don't think we're going to get a lot of offers, but we might get some. Especially from desperate players. And you know what? Apart from Geisel, let's put all of you jerks on the trading block. Come on, really? Oh my god, quit it. I really hate that all of a sudden random parts of the screen can't be clicked on. Like, seriously, stop. That's alright, though. And we are going to keep Dierker and the minors for now. I think that's a reasonable choice. Let's go already. Off to a bit of a slow start. But still tons of season left. Really, Bill? Why? But Madlock's doing so good. Oh, you guys suck. Oh, well. Ooh, back-to-back shutouts. Nice. Okay, Detroit's got 2 hitters hitting over 400. I think that is a perfect explanation of why. I'm going to give you another month in single A. What do we do with the Dierker? Are we moving on from Larry Dierker? I think the answer is yes. Can I get anyone to offer me him anything in trade for him? Just what do we got? I will take all offers. Okay, Gary Matthews Sr. back. Are any of you guys secretly starting potential? No. I mean, Jim York would be a pretty sweet, awesome addition. Well, that's interesting. Cesar Geronimo, huh? Mostly what we're getting offered is relievers, which isn't a surprise. Okay, let's focus on prospects. I really need to start just starting with prospects because most of the veterans I'm not going to want. Okay, I'm going to go down to the bottom and work our way up. Because it seems like to me I sometimes miss the players down at the bottom because I focus so much on the ones near the top. Alex Tavares. Nope. Nope. Alex Trevino wouldn't be a bad catcher to just stash in AAA. You know, I like Ross Baumgarten. I think we're going to take him. He's basically roughly the same talent level as Dierker, but I can control him for a lot longer. Unless there's a better starting pitcher available than Baumgartner, I think that's what we grab. Yep, let's do it. And I will happily try to convince you to throw in another prospect, but you're probably going to tell me no. Larry Landreth. You like that? You're probably not going to give me Charlie Lee, are you? Ah. And I know you won't give me Brian Kingman, and to be frank, I'm not sure that I want him either. Someone to stick in the minors, maybe. Yeah, this is fine. I'll just take this deal. I'm getting 2 pitchers in exchange for one that wasn't even going to make the roster. So I'm okay with that. I'll add you to the 40-man, and then I'll send you to AAA. There we go. Done. I mean, I basically just paid a little bit of money, got a player I wasn't going to use, and then turned it into something much more useful. Yeah, there's no way Detroit's going to keep up this pace. I think we just got to hang tight in the beginning of the season here, and then shift into gear when we get the opportunity to. A personal message. La-di-da. Probably player development? Yep. I keep hearing a lot of good things about Al Green, and he's actually not that good. Any changes here? Wagner got a bit better. Spire got better at contact, which frankly is somewhat shocking to me. Poole got better across the board. That's pretty exciting. Gamble's contact's improving a bit. That's nice to see. Pete Redfern is making some strides in AAA, as I hoped he might. I mean, right now we're 27 and 18. I don't see that we're doing badly by any stretch. Poole's having a great year. Madlock is too. Fisk is Fisk. Gamble is... Yep. I said this would probably happen. I didn't think it would happen so soon, but it is starting to happen. Oh god, Gross is terrible this year. Dwyer is worth it. Maddox is kind of meh. Pitching staff seems like it's better this year, though. That's good. Yeah, I'm worried about Fisk, though. He's actually not that far off his normal production. It seems like a lot of our bats are a bit colder this year than they usually are, especially Gross. Like, I don't expect him to regulate 260 or 250, but 220 is really low, even for him. I think there's reason to be optimistic that a couple players get hot and we find ourselves back in the playoff race. Because I cannot expect the Tigers to constantly have players hitting into the high 300s the whole season. Oof. Well, that's a shot in the nuts. Who would I promote first, actually? Baumgarten is 33... is a better control pitcher. I think we'll actually pronounce Baumgarten. I want Redfern to keep working, whereas Baumgarten's kind of reached his potential as a pitcher. Fritz Peterson would like another extension. I'm sure he would. 2,000 hits. It's Johnny Grubb. I remember you, Johnny. Remember when we had fun together? You're terrible now. Alright, more importantly, what do we got on the trading block? Charlie Huff. I'd be overpaying. Probably. But I do want to make sure that we've got a good solid rotation. What would it cost me to acquire you? What if I just like threw some relief prospects, your pitchers your way? Like I've got a ton of relief pitchers that I can never ever use. Let's say Court, Aquisto, Travers. No, you'd still want a pretty top flight talent in exchange for this. I'm not prepared to trade Brookins yet. Maybe in another year or two, but I'm not ready to do that yet. What do we start with Benny Ayala? He wants to think about it. What if I throw in Barry Court? Can I get you to take some salary and a Quisto? No. He needs to think about it. I will happily let him think about it. Done. All right, then. I just feel a little bit better with more of a veteran presence on the in the rotation. I'm just letting Bumgarten fill in the holes right now. Plus, I might get rid of Peterson at some point. I don't think I'm going to bring him back. I think he's too old. Any day now you can cool off Detroit offense. Good Lord. I think 3 people in the top batting average is a bit silly. I think you should maybe cool off a bit. Just stop hitting. That would be delightful. Oh, damn. Good work, Redfern. Cleveland would give me a couple good relievers for Tom Brookins. I think I say no to that one. Let's see. No pitchers. But yes to Carlton Fisk and Terry Poole, of all players. But that's it for this year. Only 2 All-Stars. That's fine. Carlton Fisk is, what, a 7-time All-Star now? No, 6. He's got 2 Gold Gloves, a couple Silver Sluggers. He started to heat up. That's a big grease to the team. Let's go ahead and sim up to the trading deadline. He'd like to build Madlock. Oh, I didn't even know he wanted me to re-sign people. Okay. Cool. All right. So we are going to make some personnel changes. Specifically, I'm tired of people saying they don't like Frank Austin. I think we're going to let him go. I will bring back the hitting coach, though. I think he's done a great job. Really? Seriously, come on, OOTP. There we go. Come on back. I think actually Ray Gibson's got a fair shot to be our next manager. Yeah, I think we let Austin walk. I mean, I know he won Manager of the Year once. But he's keeping me from signing players. And at a certain point, I have to move on. Ooh, Brandon Roner. Ooh, Brent DeMasso. Do we even have any power pitchers on the Brewers? I do not. So, that's fine. Let's go up to the trading deadline. Like, if we're going to make the playoffs, we need to catch fire. But we also need Detroit to cool off. And I can't do much to make Detroit worse. You know what? I'm going to stop shortlisting Grubb. I enjoy getting these bits of interesting tidbits about him, but I think I'm good. Oh, damn. Holy shit. Ah, you're not my player anymore. I could have drafted you, and I chose not to. That was stupid of me. Ah, well. Let's see. Another shutout for Redfern. Montreal. You will give me a 23-year-old pitcher for a better one. No. Okay. We need to make a move, I think. Where can we improve the most? It's DH again. Every year it seems like we have a real hard time finding a quality DH. But at the same time, he gets on base at a 340 clip. But yeah, I think we could improve a DH. And maybe even at first at this point. Maybe that's what we should look at. Getting a new... No, because he's a really good first baseman. I like his defense. What's on the trading block? Dave Winfield? Like, I'm sure he's probably near the end of his career at this point. No, he's not. He shouldn't be. Dave Winfield. Bobby Grich. Dave Winfield. He's so good. I get that he's only got one more year in his contract, but I mean, first of all, let's try the really silly deal that I'm pretty sure they won't take. Would you take Jim Dwyer for Dave Winfield straight up? No. Which is fine. It's not that Dwyer's a bad hitter. It's that he's hitting badly for us. And I really need someone who can be a more consistent contributor. Let's go to the barrel of relievers. Would you like your very own John D'Acquisto? No. How about a Manny Sarmiento? Actually, how about a Dave Wehrmeister? What would it take? Not very much. You know what? Your name is ridiculous. Have Chisholm. I guess people actually really liked Dwyer. I didn't realize that. Alright, Davey boy. I expect you to hit good the rest of the season. Please hit good. If you hit well, I will give you a new deal. Charlie Huff actually might be worth bringing back for another year. Why is Bobby Sproul in rookie ball? Sorry, mate. You should be in Double A at least. Yeah, he's hitting 300. That's pretty good. How's our good buddy, our first round pick, doing? He's doing acceptably well. I'm going to let him stay in Double A, though. I'm not going to rush him. I am not going to rush that dude. Okay, holy shit. Jerry Dubzinski is dominating. Like, this is ridiculous. This is cartoon levels of offense. Please go to AAA. Okay. I would like to promote Charlie. I would like to give Charlie Huff a new contract. I think he's earned one with us. Ah, salaries. Here we go. Good old Charlie. How about coming back for another couple of years? Oof, you want a big raise. I'm not sure you're worth it. We'll talk. Who the hell is Stan Thomas? Oh, yeah, I just acquired you. Yeah, I'm going to let you walk at the end of it. Terry, let's try to lock you down, if I could. That's an awful lot of money. I'm not sure you're worth it yet. Let's do the good old one-year deal. Give you a nice raise. You can get a nice raise. I'm okay with that. Yeah, Fritz Peterson I'm not bringing back. Dave Winfield I might. Let's see how he does the rest of the year. We've got another year of pool. Excellent. You know what? I'll listen to what you want. It's not that unreasonable. You know what? Let's do a flat 3-year deal. Let's see if you take... I'll even give you a player option in year 3. We're actually not that far off. Dave Winfield's likely to be worth it. Let's take the deal. Because again, the question, does Dave Winfield improve our chances of winning a World Series someday? I think the answer is quite clearly yes. Nice work, Terry. I already knew he was coming back to... Oh, damn it. I promoted him to AAA. And he broke his kneecap. That sucks. Shut up by Charlie Huff. Nice. I do think Dave Winfield's a bit overpaid. I genuinely do think he's overpaid. But I think he will be worth it in the long run. That's my opinion anyway. He's certainly a better DH than who we've had in the past. Maybe look at upgrading first base at some point and letting Gross be the full-time DH. Here we go. We're getting hot at the right time. We good. Hooten, Gamble. Moreno's having a pretty good year in rookie league. Let's kick him up to single A. Let's delete all of my emails. We're getting a bit overfilled right now. And I did remember this time. I'm going to actually promote some people for roster expansion. Quisto, Geisel, Redfern, Baumgarten. I think that's it for now. I don't think I'm going to promote anyone else. There's not really anyone else to promote, to be honest with you. Nicosia, maybe. I'm a bit disappointed by you, Benedict. I expected quality offensive performance from you in a backup role, and you just haven't gotten there yet. But maybe you will. And again, no one's expecting you to carry the load. Not when we've got Carlton. Oh, gosh. Carlton Fisk having a terrible year. Oof. Oof, indeed. He's still valuable because he's a catcher, and he's still better than the average hitter. But yeah, Fisk is really cratered this year. So is Gross. Stinnett hasn't been as advertised. Like, seriously, damn. All of a sudden, no one's hitting again this year. I really find that odd that from year to year, we just get players that decide, yeah, hitting's for losers. I don't want to do that anymore. Thanks, Maddox. Thank you, Madlock. Spire having a bit of a power surge. Nice. We have 2 20-game winners and could very well end up with a third by the end of the year. That's pretty great. Steve Trout, you have performed to my expectations. You haven't been outstanding, but I thought with your amazing year in AAA, you earned a full season at the majors, and you're definitely handling yourself quite well. Let's go ahead and finish up the season. Baltimore's getting hot. We did it again. Our third playoff spot in a row. Hey, a shutout for Trout. Nice. I said nice things about him, and then he did it. Huff wants to stay. I kind of would like him to stay quite a lot, but I also don't think we can afford it. Let's see what happens in the offseason. Yeah, Quisto's new deal was kind of a waste. Yeah, Fisk is on the downside of his career. How much longer is he on the team? He's still kind of a bargain based on what players are earning these days. And he did heat up a little bit toward the end of the season. Let us kick up to playoffs begin. And then we'll examine the team. Bert Hooton won the ERA crown. Clown crown. Nice. 300 homers for Gamble. You know, I did say I thought he'd have a bit of a down year, and he did. But he was still incredibly productive. And I'm willing, if this is his decline phase, I will happily pay for it. Because that's pretty good. Let's review the team and all of its awesomeness. Or lack thereof, perhaps. Terry fucking Poole became an MVP candidate. I did not see that coming. He led the league in hits and plate appearances. He hit 10 homers, his career high. 34 doubles, his career high. Like, holy shit, did he get awesome. And he was an awesome left fielder, too. Okay, this explains a lot. How I won 100 games despite a lot of players doing poorly. Terry Poole is just like, you know what would be awesome if I was an MVP candidate? 50 steals. Maybe should steal a bit less. That's still damn fine. Bill Madlock came in as advertised. Exactly what we needed. Stability at third base. Power's a bit down. I'd like to see more homers from him. But other than that, Madlock, perfect. Gamble we talked about. Fisk had a down year and that he got fewer hits. But I think his isolated slugging percentage is about the same, isn't it? Let's check ISO. Yeah, it's about the same, actually. He just didn't make contact as well as he has in the past. Which is good, because he was still an excellent player. Spire. What's up to say about him, honestly? As long as he keeps playing fantastic shortstop and hitting well enough to justify it, he's going to have a job on my team. Maddox was very productive this year. Gross trickled down a bit. He hit for enough power, but again, just didn't make the same contact it did in years past. Also struck out a huge amount. This, I think, is his biggest issue this year. He needs to not do that. Or walk more. One of the two. Ideally both. Winfield down the stretch wasn't the greatest player for us, but I think he'll be a nice addition to the team going forward. And he's been alarmingly consistent. And again, consistency is something that we crave from our team. Benedict was a bit of a disappointment. But I think as he gets more playing time and just acclimates to the majors, he'll be a nice backup and probably even a decent starter when Fisk retires. Pitching. Bert fucking Hooten. Led the league in wins and ERA. Probably nowhere near the league lead in strikeouts, or he could have won an ERA crown. Holy shit, did we need this year. Especially when J.R. Richard went out. Charlie Huff, outstanding year. Just out freaking standing. Les Kane, another outstanding year. Steve Trout, this is a pretty good year. This is close to Rookie of the Year worthy. And I still think he's got more to show us. Peterson pitched mostly in relief, did okay. Hume had a good year. Gogolewski had a bad year, but meh. This was a really good year. This was really good. Now the question is, can we do anything with it when we get to the playoffs? Can we feast upon twin pitching? That is the question, isn't it? Playoff roster is full. There's no one eligible to put on the roster. Shame. I was actually going to take Fritz Peterson off, but that's fine. Let's do it. Palmer versus Hooten. Minnesota won. Damn it. Who the hell even is David Palmer? Come on, really? Whatever, dude. Then we step back and we have an outpouring of offense. Nice. God damn it, really? At least we're scoring this year. Even the series. Bert, my man. I'm closing my eyes. You already know if we made it or not. Damn it! Why? Why did you do this, Minnesota? I can't even complain this year. Like, this was straight up, we got beat. Damn it. Fucking Minnesota. I don't know, you guys. I genuinely don't know. Winfield had a great series. Gamble was good. Madlock was good. Fisk does not like the playoffs for some reason. This is the third or fourth year in a row he's really struggled in the playoffs. But, I mean, they roughed up Charlie Huff. They roughed him up good. But there was one game where we didn't hit well, and that was the first game. The rest of the time, 3 runs on 8 hits is fairly reasonable. Should we have had more runs? Maybe. But especially when your number 2 hitter is hitting like shit, and Terry Poole is hitting like shit. I mean, always a bridesmaid, never a bride. Damn it. It's now what? We've now made it, 4 straight years, right? And we've made the World Series once and we lost the year we made it. And the Twins dominated the Pirates, so congratulations to the Twins for winning the World Series. But damn. Like, if we'd had J.R. Richard instead of Huff, would we have gotten to the World Series? I genuinely don't know. I get another extension. We are going to get a new manager, though. That's something to consider. And that'll be the first thing we worry about next episode. I don't care about Bill Buckner anymore. 4 straight playoff appearances. But we just can't push over the top. A full year of Dave Winfield, I think, will help. We can probably expect a bit of a bounce back for Carlton Fisk, maybe. A bit of one for Gross, maybe. The thing is, though, we've got to expect Poole to come back to earth. We'll have a good long think about how to get ourselves over the hump next episode. But damn. Another 100-win team destroyed by the team from the AL West. Hooten voided out his contract. Maddox, we have an option on. We'll think about that. Budget. Fritz Peterson retires. We get a new manager. Right. So most important decision we're going to make right now is, do we bring Maddox back? I mean, I think he's overpaid. I wish I didn't have to decide on this right now. And we're also going to have, of course, Bert Hooton has a ridiculous year in his career year. Bringing him back is going to be expensive. Do we bring Maddox back? I don't have another center fielder, so this simply because... Hey, I know what we can do. Let's check possible free agents. Is there a great center fielder among the upcoming free agents? Steve Carlton. Al Bumbry's as good as it gets. Okay, easy decision. Ooh, wait. Fred Lynn. No. Yeah, we'll bring back Maddox. Execute. I find it interesting that Gogolewski wants to test free agency. He's a good pitcher. I'm just not sure that I would pay a lot of money for him. Okay. Next episode, we deal with the Bert Hooton potential issue. Hooton's what, 30, right? Damn. Anyway, thank you for watching thus far. We're getting closer. Every year we get just the tiniest bit closer to World Series glory. But until then, this is a bit of Indian. I thank you for watching, and I bid you good day.